Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode ever of the GeekSpace Sports Podcast, which we are tentatively titling SpaceBall, and by tentatively I mean definitely, because I am not going to take the time to change it. I am here with the GeekSpace Sports Editor, Mr. Robert Howard, PhD.
At your service.
We're here to talk about baseball. Not only the world's greatest pastime, but maybe the world's greatest final time as we speak.
Yep. And a good 4 months later, baseball was there, ladies and gentlemen.
Baseball was there.
A good 4 months later, after having to watch the KBO and the Nippon League and everything else.
That's the thing that's going to happen is when America implodes on itself in the next couple months, thousands of years from now, when historians are studying baseball, they'll be like, yeah, the only surviving traces of it are in Japan and Korea. So we assume it's Korea's greatest pastime.
Yeah. I mean, who's going to, listen.
Yeah, who's going to dispute it?
Are you sit here and tell me that's not true?
No.
Who do you think? Come on now.
The Americans were too dumb to invent baseball. Do you realize how many numbers are involved in that game? It's got to be somebody else.
Have you heard of Hideki Matsui and Ichiro?
Yeah, really. I was thinking this the other day. I was like, I wonder if it's the same in other countries as it is here, where if Hideki Matsui decided to run for president, of Japan, could he, and would he win?
Oh man. We suck ass. Holy shit.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about baseball. It's an historic baseball season. Only 60 games this season. Is I think maybe the shortest season on record? I might be wrong about that. Or maybe
I think that's correct.
Maybe shortest season since Dead Ball era is what I heard.
Yeah. I mean, well, I was thinking of the strike of the strike in, I want to say 94,
95. That ended.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah. Had to have been 94 actually,
so that was from opening day until August.
Yes, I believe so.
Because Junior was at 45 home runs or something in August.
Yes. Because I remember that because also. It was the two best records with the Yankees and the Expos, and that was like the Montreal Expos,
the poor Expos.
1 year where they were going to absolutely do it.
Yeah,
and then nothing happened. 94. I just
was 94.
I just looked it up. 94 into 95 because 95 was the Braves. I had a buddy who was he's a huge Braves fan, and being a Yankees fan, it tickled me pink to know that, because 96 and 99, 96 and 99, I think. Yes.
No, I don't know.
Yep, 96 and 99. That's when the Yankees had beaten the Braves in the World Series.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Gotcha.
I felt so bad. I like thinking about the Expos and then the Nationals winning this year, or rather at least last year. Listen, buddy.
That's okay. Happen. Hey, well, you know what? Not even worried about it. Phillies won last night.
Yep, they did.
As far as I'm concerned, the trophy is ours.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about this sprint, man, is that it's cool in that regard. I still think that it's a massive fuck up in terms of just management in general.
Oh yeah.
Just and I hear a lot of people who are just oh, it's just rich people arguing with rich people, and it's no. There was a point that I had seen on I think it was Starting Nine, but or maybe Dallas Braden was on with somebody else. But he was just why is it my job as the employee to understand how the employer is going to pay people?
Right, yeah, that's not how that works.
No. And
it's just, honestly, it's evidence of Rob Manfred being a fucking horrendous commissioner.
Yes!
He was just the most limp-dicked loser about this whole thing, because, they had an agreement, And then the owners were like, well, maybe we don't like this agreement anymore. He should have just stepped in and been like, sorry, it's what you're doing now. But he was like, okay, well, we can renegotiate. Fuck that guy.
Yep.
The last good commissioner was Giamatti.
It's just like, that's the thing. Like, previous commissioners, I was just like, you know what? It can't get worse than blank. And then all of a sudden, it's just like each one is just like, all right, cool. I watched Trevor Bauer's video because I had nothing better to do in quarantine aside from working from home. And man, I don't care for Trevor Bauer too much, but like the dude just absolutely eviscerated him. That was one of, somebody said somewhere, they're like, this is of all the people I expected to come speak out very eloquently about how much bullshit this is, was not expecting it to be Trevor Bauer. No.
But he came swinging.
He's always been like out there. I believe he was like a Trump supporter, which immediately makes me like, ugh. But like he very much was just like that whole video is so funny to watch because he talks about how NBA and other companies, like obviously the NFL, are just miles ahead in terms of fan support and everything like that. In 2017, I thought that before the Astros were found out to be cheating lip dicks, I thought that World Series was like one of the best I had seen. I remember staying up I remember staying up real late here on the East Coast, and I think it was in it was in Houston because I believe Houston walked off. But like they had like a 16 or 18 inning game. It was a lot of fun, and at least for me. But I remember being like, you know what? It's crazy. Like they're putting it on YouTube. Like people are paying attention. And then I looked at the numbers and I was like, oh man, I'm totally wrong. I'm like incredibly wrong.
Well, I mean, it was interesting. I remember watching. I felt like that one got a lot more viewership from younger people than I was expecting. I remember going to a bar, and I'm living, New Orleans, where we don't have any baseball viewership. I mean, we have a basketball team and a football team, but baseball is not really a sport here. R.I.P. the New Orleans Baby Cakes minor league team.
Yes.
But I went to a bar to go watch the game, and it was fucking packed. It was like totally full, and I was like, and it was not a bar, by the way, that was a sports bar. I was really surprised. And I was like, oh, maybe baseball is like starting to have like, a resurgence in popularity. And this would have been the year we could have capitalized that because nobody was doing anything but sitting inside, and we somehow squandered it.
That's my main issue, man. I've talked about that with so many people in the past couple of months. Like, there's a lot of different things. And again, just to reiterate, I am the Geek Squad sports editor, but
GeekSpace.
Did I say Geek Squad? I am the Best Buy.
I guess it's time. I guess it's time to announce that GeekSpace has been purchased by Best Buy.
Listen, I mean,
we're now the media arm of Geek Squad.
Man, that is so funny. I was like, I was and you were just like, oh yeah, it's Geek Squad. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Oh. Continue with your point, though. I didn't mean
to. We are two dudes just that love baseball, but the fact of the matter is, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know the logistics of everything when it comes to.
I'll sit here and pretend that.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. It's just pretending, right? Well, you are a Phillies fan, so I can understand you having to pretend quite a bit.
Well,
so.
Look, I will act like I know what's going on, and when somebody disagrees with me, I throw a beer at them.
That's perfect, dude. That is very perfect. No, I mean, this is, and I've talked about this with so many people, whereas like, and I even made a joke about it at the beginning, like, there was a possibility for this to be like the story of when COVID-19 came through and when everybody didn't have, anything to do and all this other stuff, baseball was here.
When they needed hope.
And, you know what I mean? Like, seriously, though, that is absolutely something that, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's that dramatic. It's sports. And I love baseball. It's my favorite sport for sure. But it's absolutely a story that easily could have been told, but instead it was 3 months of just dicking everybody around until they were finally like, all right, we've got it nailed down. And it's like, you like, baseball already has their weird island, and hockey is going to be played in like one dome with all the different teams. Yeah. Like, this all could have been like taken care of. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not necessarily just that. Like, Aroldis Chapman has just tested positive for COVID. Like, all these people have tested positive for COVID. I think Buster Posey is sitting this season out, as well as a couple other people. I heard Mookie Betts was, but apparently he's not.
And hey, so is the entire country of Canada.
That's true. I saw that. It's going to be the Buffalo Blue Jays.
That's right. Somebody posted
an hour and a half away from me.
Yeah, somebody posted a really good logo redesign for the Buffalo Blue Jays, and I really want to put that on like a shirt or something, and just be hardcore Buffalo Blue Jays. Be like, the most American team for this year.
So we're clear, if the Buffalo Blue Jays end up winning the World Series, that would be the fucking funniest thing to ever happen. Because you don't understand. I live in Buffalo Bills country, and if the first time that a championship is brought to Buffalo, New York, and it's because of a technicality because Toronto couldn't fucking be bothered to play in Canada.
But you know what would be even funnier is that Toronto, for the first time ever, would not be able to receive the championship they so rightly deserve. Yeah. I think that'd be even funnier. Oh, and Drake could fucking cry about it.
That's true. He could.
Anyway, enough of this, of our opinions on baseball. I want to get more to our opinions on baseball. So we have a few segments here, and I because we're talking about the season and the shortened length of it, I want to talk about who we think is going to, each one of us, I want us to lay out our predictions right now. So we're going to start with a primary prediction. Who you think the first, the World Series teams are going to be. And then you get one alternate. So one alternate set of teams. And I'm going to calculate these as points. So for each World Series team you get correct, it's 5 points. And for each alternate team you get correct, it's 3 points. I don't know what I'm going to use these for later. But
Okay.
I've decided that now.
Okay.
So, who do you think is going to be in the World Series?
Legitimately, I think that of the teams that I can see, and of the teams that are set enough to be able to do this sprint, I don't see anybody having a better bullpen than the Yankees. I know that the rotations in like AL Central and the Astros rotation is still good.
Yeah.
Like, they still have Zach Greinke, they still have Justin Verlander.
Yeah, great pitchers.
The Blue Jays are a sleeper, and I say that seriously.
I agree.
In that, like, at least their bats. I don't necessarily know how well their pitching staff will do or can do, but Bo Bichette and Vlad Guerrero Jr. alone are very much scary. Mm-hmm. That being said, I would probably still go with the Yankees. They're like, especially with the and we aren't doing predictions as far as winners. We're just doing predictions as far as the two teams.
Yeah. Which two teams make it, and then which you have two backup teams that could also make it.
Okay, I think that the Yankees will make it, and then looking on paper at all the different teams, I still think that it would be Yankees Dodgers, and that was like the prediction at the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. It's just so hard because, like, with all of this, the Braves definitely have a shot at it too. I don't necessarily know about the Nationals. Obviously, they still the people that they've lost are like Rendon and Strasburg, but Rendon is a very huge hit, especially.
He's a big deal, yeah.
Oh yeah, and I mean, like, the Angels have Mike Trout, so like,
they do have Mike Trout.
They have Mike Trout, but the fact of the matter is, I think that what the Angels needed to do in this offseason was get a pitching, like get a star pitcher. When the Yankees took Garrett Cole from them, and then obviously Steven Strasburg was already taken. Madison Bumgarner went to the Diamondbacks. Like, there's a lot of different things that a lot of different pieces that could have been moving there. Obviously, even though I hate to say it, the Astros are definitely a team that could possibly sneak their way in too. So what I will say is Yankees, Dodgers, and then my alternates will be the Braves or
Sorry, I try to make it clear. You get one from each league, so it's one matchup and another matchup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying my first one is Dodgers, Yankees, and then just for the fuck of it, I'll say Blue Jays, Marlins.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now, if it's like, if it is like Yankees, Marlins, you do still get points.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be that exact matchup, but so those are your first two, your primary weapons and your secondary weapons on either side.
Like, let me. I mean, yeah. I'm kidding about the Marlins, by the way. I would probably say the Braves.
Okay.
So we're clear.
So Braves and who?
I was saying the Braves and the Angels.
Okay. So, gotcha.
That's just like the second pick is just like a maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty confident in Yankees Dodgers. But again, considering how short the season is, anything could happen. The Yankees could go like 10-50.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't suspect it, but it's possible.
Okay, so I have a completely different view of this, which is I watched, and I know I'm a Phillies fan, so I'm definitely biased, but you also just put your home team in first, so fuck it. I watched the pieces of the Nationals-Phillies game that are available. They look rough without Rendon, actually. I thought their offense looked really, like, sketchy, and their pitching's still great, but I think that we added so much offensive power that I honestly wasn't expecting. So we had McCutchen, again, who was, injured before, and then we got Didi Gregorius from you guys. Mm-hmm. So, and of course Didi in his first game hits a homer, 3 runs, baby. And I think
against Max Scherzer, no less.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, one of the best pitchers in the MLB. Mm-hmm. No fucking joke.
Probably my favorite pitcher, to be completely honest with you.
Really?
I love like that. The thing is, last year. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt or anything.
Ahead.
But last year, when Mad Max was on the mound, I was like Nationals. Like I was like, I don't care. I want them to like. I don't like the Astros. Period.
Sure.
And I mean, I haven't for a while, but like, I remember when they had beaten the Dodgers, I was like, the Nationals are gonna win it all. Like, they're scared. I was like, excuse me, sorry, they're scary as hell, and it's just like they were. I mean, that was the bottom line at that point. But yeah, no, I love Mad Max. He's one of my favorites. I remember I was with one of my friends, and I was just like sharing something that she does not give a shit about, like sports or baseball especially. But I showed her the GIF, and you might have seen it, where like Scherzer is just sitting there with the glove in front of his face. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking get you, you fucking bitch, motherfucker!"
Yeah,
and I send that to everybody. I love it so much. Mad Max is one of my favorites. So anyway. Sorry.
But yeah, it's safe. So Phillies picked up a lot of offensive power. And then on the pitching side, I mean, we have Aaron Nola. I mean, impeccable pitcher. We have Arrieta and Pivetta. They're fine. But and then prospect, I don't know. The fucking front office refuses to talk about this. everybody's like waiting to hear about Spencer Howard, which is like, I think could be good for the team, but they're not sure, so I don't want to put too many hopes on that. But I think that offensively, Phillies are looking honestly way better than we deserve.
Did you forget about Zach Wheeler?
Oh yeah, I did actually. Even in my brain, I was like, yeah, Zach Wheeler also. You're right.
Yeah, they picked up Zach Wheeler for pitching too. That was my thing because I wanted the Yankees to get like a 1-2 punch with their pickups, because I mean the past like 4 or 5 years they've dealt with they haven't bothered with anything other than just making sure that they have they've honestly just been doing what small market teams would do is just build up, and that's kind of what they were needing. And like they tried to win a World Series last year with their bullpen, but like with Luis Severino is going to be like hurt all year, and then you just bring the dude in, like it was wild to me that they even. I mean, it was a nice try, but but with that, the Yankees had made a record for the most amount of injuries, and yet somehow it's just. But yeah, no. Anyway, I'm sidetracked. But
no, this is why you're the sports editor.
Yeah, but basically what I was getting at is that I was hoping that they were going to either pick up Zach Wheeler or maybe even like Cliff Lee or somebody like that, or Cole Hamels, like somebody, or even Bumgarner, like somebody who can still throw but just like not. I was like Cliff Lee is a fucking second baseman. Cole Hamels is who I was thinking of, because I think did they bring him back to the Phillies?
I don't think so. I'll be honest. I've in the last maybe month, I've completely lost track of our bullpen. I remember Zach Wheeler because I actually texted you about it, I think.
Yes.
And then another player who we will talk about in the next segment, but I have trouble remembering who exactly all is in our bullpen. I remember Nola is our starter, and then Pivetta, Arrieta, Wheeler.
Well, yeah, Wheeler is going to be a starter, though. It's part of the rotation.
Yeah.
And then you also have...
I'm going to have to look it up. There's somebody else.
You're good. There's another dude in your rotation is Jason Vargas, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a weird... You guys grabbed him from the Mets, I think, with a trade. He was definitely with the Mets because he's a weirdo. I'm not a huge fan.
Okay, so what the fuck? Spencer Howard is apparently listed on the rotation now on the Phillies website.
I think I actually saw that. Now that you just said that,
That must have been as of this morning because I was looking last night. and Ranger Suarez. That was the other guy I couldn't think of in our rotation.
Okay.
And then we have in our bullpen. I was thinking we have Jose Alvarez, Anthony Swarzak, although I don't think he's really done anything this season. And we've got a ton of people here. Vince Velasquez. But anyway, our bullpen's okay. I'm curious to know how Spencer Howard is going to play, actually, if he just got officially added to the rotation. Anyway, so they're my National League pick. I think that the American League pick is actually going to be the Blue Jays. I honestly don't think I need to expand on what you said. I think they're a sleeper hit. I think that they're gonna. To me, it seems like, and I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest stats guy, but it seems just watching them play, they have a lot of guys who I feel like are like right on the cusp. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not fucking superstars, but they've got a lot of guys who are in that like higher 7s, 8 range where it's like they've got a really consistent offense. And I feel like that could benefit them, especially because we're in a year where, like, I think consistency matters way more. There is no comebacks right now. There is no, like, late season, oh, fuck, we're going to rocket to the top. Like, it's just not happening.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I remember we were talking about, like, who might do it, like the Mariners. And I was
like, I'm going to talk about the Mariners in a second.
Oh, you are? Okay. Just like, it is definitely, it's different. It's something to where not a lot of people can be like, oh, well, I wonder what type of team will be able to take care of it in 60 days, you know?
Sure, yeah.
And I totally get that. So, yeah, I mean, for me, I definitely think that's like the Blue Jays and Phillies is like, it's definitely like it's possible. I just, for me, and this is my fault in just not doing as much research for it.
I've done zero research.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not certain, but very clearly educated opinions here, but so we're clear. This is the baseball podcast for uneducated people. Exactly. Okay.
We prefer idiots.
Of course. Did I need to put a "Make America Great Again" like flag behind me?
No. I said idiots, not scumbags.
Oh, okay. Good. Wait, this isn't a pro-Trump pot. All right.
No, sorry. Yeah, I don't know how you guys feel over in New York, but
yeah, you don't know how we feel.
Okay, so my alternates are, I think the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers are... So, honestly, look, if you look at every statistic, it tells you Dodgers over Phillies. I don't know what it is about the Dodgers that I don't trust. It's just... I think it's closing. Because they've been
you mean the past 4 years?
Yes, it's something about statistically they are always the best team, but they just can't do it. So I'm like, well, I don't trust putting them on there.
I think that Dave Roberts is just not a good manager, or at least like Dave Roberts has been given a lot of he's been given a lot of pieces. I mean, don't get me wrong, the Dodgers should have won the 2017 World Series. Sure. Like, period. Like to me. That's the team that won the World Series. Like I mean that sincerely. Like thinking about all of the different things that had culminated in that matchup of those two, it's upsetting to me because Clayton Kershaw deserves a ring.
Yes,
like he
absolutely
just does, and again deserves, earned, whatever descripting word you want to put on something like that. The fact of the matter is that dude got cheated out of a ring. Period. Like it's just like in discussions with like Aaron Judge or Trevor Bauer when with Aaron Judge when they were just like, "Oh, you deleted your Instagram post about Jose Altuve," and he was just like, "Yeah, like we're pissed. Like why would we not be pissed about this? Like this is you like and truth be told, dude, Aaron Judge won that fucking MVP, and I'm so livid.
Yeah,
I think he would have been the first since Ichiro. I don't think Mike Trout has got. I don't think he got Rookie of the Year as well as.
You know what? I don't know
MVP.
actually about that. I think because
Ichiro was the last.
You know, I think you might be right.
Because that was 2000 that had happened.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it was just. It's like infuriating to think about that. But the thing is, the Dodgers don't like. I agree, they don't close, and like they always do like weird, ridiculous. Like, why the fuck did you throw Clayton Kershaw in against the Nationals in the 8th inning? Like, I don't understand the frame of that. When you have somebody in your bullpen who has given up 0 runs, he had like I don't remember the specific ERA, but I think it was like a 1 point something, or it was like a 0.95. Like maybe it was in the postseason, obviously, but like still, it's just like the mismanagement of games is just. It's unacceptable if you're a Dodgers fan. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I don't know though. I don't know. It's like, look, speaking from the perspective of somebody whose team isn't always blessed with wins, I don't know if I can hate Dave Roberts for that. Because like when you when you put it under a microscope, like he makes a lot of game to game sort of poor decisions, but like I wish. I was part of a team where a manager brought me to the World Series 2 years in a row where I was I was constantly first in my division for the last decade. Like, I wish I had that. So I don't know if I can like hate him or if I can say he's a bad manager, because like he must be doing something.
I like, that's my thing, is more so what I mean is that I think that he is consistently like poorly managed the game in the aspect of like when it's big game, because the thing is, like, if I recall, I don't think that the Dodgers getting into the World Series was like, I think that was already something that was decided more or less. As far as I think that it was like a 5-game win, or like a 5-game series win or something along those lines. Whereas like the Astros brought the Yankees to 7. I'm pretty sure the Red Sox brought the Astros to 5 too, but like nobody was beating the Red Sox in 2018. I hate saying that, but like it was
but
they
were just killing it.
Exactly. But like there's nothing about Dave Roberts' management style that like jumps out to me to be like, oh yeah, no, this is the guy. Like I like that's kind of like, it's kind of the opposite for me with Joe Girardi versus Aaron Boone, at least originally, because I was just like what? Why did Joe Girardi literally almost brought them to the World Series? Why did you fire him and add Aaron Boone? But then we've had 2 100-win seasons. But like, it's always about the World Series at that point. It's about hoisting the trophy. So like, I don't know. For me, I don't see Dave Roberts as being the answer. And just to be clear,
I don't think he's the answer. I'm just I'm disputing the fact that he's the question. I don't think he's the question either. I
don't know. I don't know what it would be then.
I don't know either. I don't. This is one time where I don't pretend to know. I can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's something ethereal. There's something about the Dodgers where I'm like, every time it's like you're so close, but you just can't close it. That's why they're my alternate. I just can't trust them. But now for my other alternate, who we did talk about, the Mariners. Now here's as you may remember, I was looking up some statistics before we got started. I want to ask you a question. If the Mariners, and they might, if they lose every single game this season, how many losses is that?
Considering it, I believe it is a 60-game sprint, the 0-60.
Correct. Did you know that if they lose every single game this season, that is a better loss record than they have had since 2001? Every year since 2001, they've lost more than 60 games anyway. So we can only trend upward.
How is that your alternate pick?
In 2002, they got 69. Before that was 2001, when they had 46 wins.
Oh my gosh.
I have no fucking justification for the Mariners. I don't know what it is. If in all honesty, if you were like, who's actually going to win, it's going to be the Angels. I genuinely think that. I think there's no way the Mariners are going to beat the Angels. But something about it, man. I'm just like, you know what? It's the Mariners year. There's no way. There's statistically, there's no way it can get worse.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you're right. Although going 0-60 does not beget a World Series title.
No, but it does mean that they've had the fewest amount of losses per season in the last 20 years.
Nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up. That's what I'm saying. We can't go wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Putting all my money on Seattle, baby.
I was like, yeah. Daniel Vogelbach is really going to show everybody what needs to be done.
Yeah, I have a lot of love for those teams that can't seem to figure out what they're doing wrong to do it right. And if you asked me what the Mariners are doing wrong, I'm not even sure I could quantify it. It's to the point that they're doing almost everything wrong that I can't untangle what it is they're doing wrong. Like it's
How much time and alcohol do you have?
Yeah. It's like a fucking, it's like working at an ISP. Like you just go into the server room and there's just wires everywhere and you're like, well, I guess I'm going to spend the next 3 weeks figuring out which one of these is unplugged.
Oh my god.
It crisscrosses. So those are our picks for stuff took way longer to get through than I thought.
That's my fault.
It is your fault. Okay. Those are our picks for who's going to appear at the World Series. If you want to name a winner, I'll make it 10 points.
Yankees.
Okay, I think Blue Jays.
I think that the Yankees are, on paper, you have Gleyber Torres at shortstop, DJ LeMahieu at second, Luke Voit at first, and then you have Gio Urshela at third. That infield in general, with it supplementing Miguel and Duhar as a rotation between like outfield and possibly third base. I really hope it's just outfield. But because like him and Gleyber were both set for, like, we were both nominated for Rookie of the Year in 2018. Mm-hmm. But like Miguel Andujar's defense is abysmal, as well as Gary Sanchez behind the mound, who actually is looking like way more fit than he ever has. The rotation is like okay. I mean, obviously Garrett Cole is a massive W. Mm-hmm. I very much enjoy James Paxton and and like J.A. Happ seems to be doing. Seems like he'll be turning it around just like he did last year during the World Series. Not World Series. During the postseason, he had like certain like blips of just positive. And then obviously the outfield with Giancarlo Stanton, Brett Gardner, Aaron Judge, Aaron Hicks is back too. I think that in general the Yankees, and their bullpen is very strong too. I think that the Yankees, if they don't have to deal with too much COVID bullshit, they'll be good. Can you imagine Aroldis Chapman throwing 105 mile per hour baseball with poison damage? That motherfucker had COVID. Yeah. He could sit there and just cough on the ball, and then all of a sudden, all bets are off.
Wait, I'm lied.
Kidding.
I lied. That's why I think the Mariners are going to win, because Seattle already went through the worst of it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think.
And so did New York.
Yeah, but it's different. They're nowhere to go but up.
Nowhere to go but up. All right, fair enough. All right, that's gonna be an excuse every single.
Don't worry, you're gonna get a chance to talk about the Yankees again. So this is our first segment that's gonna be recurring every week. And this is
okay.
I've never heard of this phrase until I saw it on like some website. Bronx cheers and Fanatics cheers. Have you ever heard that phrase, Bronx cheers? Yeah. I'd never heard that because I'm we're a National League team, so I've never been to Yankee Stadium. So, okay, so we're gonna give updates on our personal home teams. All right? And to start off, we're going to ask different questions every week. This week, the first question for each of us is, what is a player from your team that you realistically think is going to pop off?
Okay. I mean, I could give you the easy answer of Gleyber Torres. Mm-hmm. I think that out of all of the players, and it's so funny to me last year that Gio Urshela was not able to get a Silver Slugger, but out of everybody on the Yankees squad, I think that we'll see Luke Voit, the first baseman.
Okay.
I mean, dude, it's like, at least for the Yankees, at least for me and the confidence that I have, I could fucking give you the entire lineup and still be like, okay.
Yeah, you got to pick one who will realistically pop off.
Realistically pop off. Okay. I mean, yeah. So if it's a realistic pop off, yes. Gleyber Torres.
Okay. I think after what I was watching the other night, I think the Phillies, the pop off's going to be Didi Gregorius. I think he's got a big season ahead of him. His defense is great, and he's been batting, honestly, way better than I was expecting anybody to on the team. Because after coming out of, they had, 4 inter-squad games, and then they had their first scrimmage, and he was, throughout all of them, he's been honestly doing really well. And, I mean, he's got a good record. And as much as I love Rhys Hoskins' new facial hair that makes him look like Mike Schmidt, Didi Gregorius is looking like he's about to have a fucking stacked season. I think he's got the numbers to back it up, and I think that just how he fucking looks, I'm swinging now, and then the way he's been playing in the last couple weeks, I'm just this guy's fucking ready. He never stopped being ready.
Yep.
All right. So now the second question is, who is a player you have high hopes for or want to pop off, but have absolutely no fucking justification for it?
Gary Sanchez.
Gary Sanchez?
I fucking love Gary Sanchez. He is one of my favorite players to watch. Last year, I mean, he had an all-star year. My concern is just, and I mean, I think that there's justification for, I was just saying, I think there's justification for literally every single player in the lineup for the Yankees to pop off. I really, truly do. At least if I'm giving my starting lineup. Which is that one of the questions or no?
To give your starting lineup?
Yes.
No.
Okay. I didn't want to ruin any of the questions.
No. Those are the only two questions.
I was gonna say, if I were to give my starting lineup, in no particular order, but if I were to say opening day, it'll probably be Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, Brett Gardner, Luke Voit, DJ LeMahieu, as long as he's over COVID, Gleyber Torres, Gio Urshela, Gary Sanchez, and then the DH spot, I would say it might even be Mike Ford. I don't know. I would say it could be Clint Frazier. There's so many, the Yankees have so many tools within their arsenal as far as offense is concerned. As long as they don't fucking chase a breaking ball, I'm pretty much content with whatever they want to do. But I don't really have any justification aside from Gary Sanchez got a little slimmer over the summer or
Sure.
over the break. But yeah, I have no real justification aside from Gary fucking Sanchez. I want the Kraken released, and that's all there is to it.
Okay. Mine is, and I was going back and forth. First, it was going to be Roman Quinn because he played a couple days and he was stealing bases surprisingly.
Yeah.
But with even less justification, it's Kyle Garlick, who has only played one season. He played for the Dodgers last year, only had 53 plate appearances, something like that. I'm going to double check that. Yeah, 53. It doesn't even have a great batting average. It's 250. I want a Kyle Garlick pop-off so fucking bad. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't think it's possible. I don't know why it would happen, but I think that it's possible that he had 53 plate appearances on a team that was maybe the best team in the entire fucking MLB. You have a question?
I can't hear you.
Oh, it went away?
Yeah, one sec. No, I think I can leave and come back, right?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, I hear you. You're good.
Oh, okay.
You're good.
Weird. I don't know what happened.
It said my internet connection is unstable, and I was like...
Oh, yeah, probably just a bandwidth drop. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, what I was saying, you said I want him to pop off, and then it cut off for me.
So I was saying that I want him to pop off. He only had 53 plate appearances. He has a batting average of 250. He has a BABIP of 346. So he's fine. Yeah. But I really want him to go off because look, the Dodgers are a better team than the Phillies. And despite all the muscle we've picked up, I think there is more room for a guy to shine on the Phillies than there is on the Dodgers. And so I'd love for a second string outfielder like Kyle Garlick to just come in and fucking crush it. That would be the best.
Yeah.
That'd be such a success story.
I think so.
And I kind of feel the same way about Roman Quinn, but Roman Quinn actually seems like he's a better player, which is why I picked Kyle Garlick. I'm curious actually to know what Roman Quinn's stats are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Kyle Garlick, Oh, actually, you know what? Roman Quinn's isn't much better.
By the way,
219 last year.
Really quickly,
yeah.
I just realized that for that period where you could probably edit this all out, because for that period where you couldn't hear me, I actually had my microphone muted, so that's fine. I do that just because my keyboard's so fucking loud. But anyway, back to it.
Okay, so, but if you needed to say anything else about your starting lineup, honestly, I think I've discussed my starting lineup enough. We're the World Series team, but if you need to discuss yours, go ahead.
Starting lineup as far as
just any players you wanted to bring up, because the whole segment is just us talking about our team. So if there's anything else or any interesting highlights you saw, I mean, for the Phillies, we had, we crushed the Nationals 7-2 with 2 different homers, one by Bryce, one by Didi, and so I mean, looks to me like we're ready to play.
Right before this had started, Aaron Judge hit a fucking bomb, so that was sick. And then yesterday, Clint Frazier hit that fucking skyrocket in the left, so that was awesome. I'm just fucking ready for baseball to start.
Me too, man.
I would say
baseball is back, baby.
Yes. I would say with that, I'm waiting for. Honestly, I just want to watch Garrett Cole play baseball. I think that he just wants to play baseball, and I think that they should be let play baseball.
All right. Well, so one more segment, actually 2 more segments, but only one more that's real. Garrett Cole. Anyway, forget it. Move on. This next one is, I don't know if this is a terrible segment name. We'll change it later. It's just, what am I, a fucking calculator? I need you to make a prediction about anything in the MLB that's going to happen, and you cannot reference a single statistic.
Mike Trout will win MVP.
Ooh, that's so easy. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Fuck.
Yeah. I mean, watch I say that, and Mike Trout will have the fucking most abysmal year possible.
I mean, I don't think he'll have an abysmal year.
No.
It's just not a great one. It's not a great one for anybody.
Being in a division with the Athletics and the Astros is torture for poor Mike Trout, because
yeah, really,
man, we talk about the Angels, but I genuinely think that I think that the Astros or the realistically, if I can be real a second,
you can't reference any statistic.
No, it's fine. I just think that the Astros and the Athletics, just pound for pound, have a better team. Mm-hmm. And it's so infuriating for me, because Mike Trout should be way bigger than he is, and also being an Angel doesn't really work out that well. But yeah, I mean, I think that I feel like Mike Trout is just gonna pop off. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's my easy slam dunk. But at the same time, also, I'm gonna retract that and say home run. Slam dunk. This isn't basketball. This is baseball. We just talked about
I thought you were saying, yeah, I'm gonna go back and just say my prediction will be that there's a home run. I was like, I'm sure there was gonna be one. You're right.
That'd be the most fucking bitch way of doing any of this.
Okay. I'm gonna say, I thought I had one, but then I think I'm gonna drop that and save it. I'm gonna say, Rhys Hoskins is gonna do 2 walk-off grand slams this year.
Grand slams?
Yeah, 2 walk-off grand slams in 60 games. I'll be honest, before saying that, I did not check where he is in the batting order.
2 grand? That's a statistic right there, dude.
That's no. I can make a prediction without referencing a statistic.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Well, yeah, I not 2 in the one game, but 2 throughout the season. There are going to be 2 Rhys Hoskins, walk-off grand slams.
All right. I can dig it. Okay. This season is just so, like... It's just so weird that I'm just like, all right, yeah, cool.
It's so full of possibilities. You can say anything, and nothing's going to seem incredibly crazy.
No, not at all. I mean, even if you were to tell me that, like, the Diamondbacks, the Reds, and the Phillies were to, or the Marlins rather, were to win like each of their divisions, and then go with like Blue Jays, fucking White Sox, and Angels, I would still be like, you know what, cool, because like personally, I do not think that Seattle is going to do shit, but. Man, it'd be funny. I personally
it'd be funny.
Think that...
It'd be it would be the greatest story ever told.
And that's what's like. I fully expect that like everybody, fingers crossed, once this has hopefully been dealt with and everybody's be able to go back to, regular living, or at least something that can be close to regular. I very much am expecting everybody to be like, yeah, this season was like bullshit, and whoever wins the World Series, it doesn't really matter anyway.
Asterisk.
For sure. Which is like, fuck you. If you're going to do that, then you have to put an asterisk on the 2017 World Series. I don't give a fuck what you have to say to me. But.
Yeah, fair enough. This is a longer prediction I was just thinking about because I saw it this morning on Reddit, I think. Okay. Somehow by 2022, the Braves will find a way to change their name into something more offensive.
Is the Braves offensive?
Not as offensive as some, but...
Okay, I was going to say, am I an idiot for asking that?
Well, you saw they removed the tomahawk chop statue.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I understand the term Braves, but, like, it's just like the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, is that also something?
People are mad about that.
Are they? Yeah. Okay.
I think
that's fair.
The only
it's all
one,
valid.
The only one to me that actually gets a pass is FSU, because theirs is the Seminoles, and they pay the Seminole tribe for that name apparently. Somebody fact check me in the comments if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard. I think on NPR, where they have like a licensing contract with the Seminole tribe, and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people with the. I mean, the Redskins should be a different.
What do you think their new name is going to be? I know this isn't a football podcast, but what do you think their name's going to be?
I think the Washington Filibusters is going to be their name.
Ooh, that's a good one.
No. I mean, really?
No, and then they would have a mascot who's just an old white dude named Phil Buster. Redskins, I'm available for hire.
Dude, that's not their name anymore.
Whatever your fucking name's gonna be.
Washington Football.
Washington D.C. I am for hire. You can pay me to say whatever you want. I have no morals. Anything.
Well, I mean, if you have no morals, then like you would be fine with the current name, I suppose.
If you pay me to be, I'll be fine with the current name.
That's true. Fair enough. I keep like accidentally swiping my mic, so
that's okay.
Oops. Sorry, everybody. No, I also thought of the Washington Red Tails. That would have been cool. Because like the Red Tails. So I would say back in. Let me make sure.
Oh, the pilots?
Yes, exactly. That's where I was going for.
Okay.
I didn't want to. I was like, yeah. For a moment, I had said it, and I was just like, I want to be completely right about this. But yeah, during World War II, it was like I would say, I think it was an experimental program at the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama. But like, it'd be weird to me. It'd just Tuskegee, be like the only thing that would be weird is like Washington would have to move to Alabama, and they would be the Alabama Red Tails.
I think that one people would be just as mad because now they're like, so let me get this straight. Your mascot is the Washington Black Pilots.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think they just need to make it something that's not a person.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I just I mean, the Cleveland Indians will be changed soon enough. Like,
yeah,
no, people aren't necessarily as up in arms about that, but they will be. They for sure will be. And there will be people who are just like, it's history. It's like, guys,
somebody said,
don't
I
worry.
think that they were like, we're going to change it. Somebody was saying that they should change it to the Cleveland Spiders again.
Yes, that would be awesome, honestly.
I'd be okay.
The logo looks sick.
All right.
The logo looks very good.
So, this is our last segment.
Okay.
And then we'll finish up because I think, whoa, my mic started falling. We're honestly way beyond how
We're
long
past 45, yeah.
Okay, so Matt Adams exercised his release clause from the Mets. You saw that?
Yes, I did.
So, our final ever segment is WWJD. What would Junior do? If he was released from his team, or he exercised release team, went into free agency, what would Junior do?
I can tell you he would not play for the Yankees.
That's true.
That's very true. If Junior was Junior, like Prime Junior, or just in general, like, are you saying that him being released, is he thinking in his head, is this like a like Mike situation where like he puts the shoes on and he's just like
where he puts the shoes on and he starts playing basketball?
No, cleats.
I mean, I consider it. It doesn't even have to be Prime Junior. I have the correct answer in front of me. So it doesn't have to be Prime Junior, but I'm expect a younger Junior. Say younger than 35.
Okay.
Before second hamstring.
Gotcha. Okay. What would Junior do?
10 seconds.
I don't know, man. Fucking pop off to left field. I have no idea.
That is correct.
Oh!
The actual answer I have written down is sock a fucking dinger.
Yeah!
If you're hitting dingers, somebody will sign you.
That's true. That's just very true. And if you hit dingers with the swing that is the sweetest of all, nothing better. It's nothing better.
So that is that's this week on SpaceBall, our first ever episode. We'll come back next week after the first week of games in the 2020 MLB season. We're very excited. I will be watching baseball, and you can listen to us.
I'm also going to be watching baseball.
That makes sense.
It does.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Call me Junior. Call me Junior. Call me Junior. Call me. It's showtime.
What you can't see is that there is a half-eaten frozen pizza over there on my bed.
There's pizza literally outside of my room right now, and I'm like very tempted, but I'm like, no, I'll wait.
All right.